George Breyer and Trent Clayton drive up to Steve Hart's house, and with Steve Hart is sitting on the outside talking to recent survivors connected to an incident that had just occurred. The death of Thomas Parker. Parker Howes and Sidney Tracy stand with Steve Hart. And as Trent Clayton and George Breyer exit their vehicle, George Breyer takes the keys from Trent and clips them to his back pocket and responds, "Just for safekeeping, bro." Trent responds directly back, "Oh, sure, have at it." Trent opens the main gate, and George Breyer closes it behind, and both males walk up to Parker, Sidney, and Steve. Steve Hart responds, "Dudes, this is getting weird, bro. Thomas Parker's dead. That man has so much left for. He's just so young, dude. He's only 24, dude." Trent Clayton responds, "Dude, we're just now figuring out something. There's a Hungarian out-chain order. I believe Daxon's a part of it." And Sidney responds, "Okay, so what are we waiting for?" He responds, "First, I have to figure out where he's at." Steve Hart responds, "I know where he's at." Sidney stares at Steve. Trent looks up and stares at Steve as well, and so does Parker Hallows, whose head pops back closer to the wall. "Wait a minute, you knew him?" Parker Hallows stares at Steve Hart, puts his hands on his shoulder. "You know him, dude?" Steve Hart seems engaged at the situation and snaps out of it automatically in response, "Yeah, he's a wrestling referee at this wrestling match that starts about like 5 or 10 minutes. We can get there, maybe we can get a ticket in a line, or we can just skip our way on through." Supposedly Karina and Greg is gonna be there. Greg Harding, Karina Silver, Daxon's definitely gonna be there. He's the last in line at Hungarian out-chain order. And technically, if we meet Crazy Bunny, Parker House responds to it. "Crazy who?" Steve Hart stares at Parker House. "The Crazy Bunny tie table. The one that warned Troy Harding involving Death Design. And now his friends are dying." And Gerald Manning, he probably went after them, throwing in line Trina Dan Lutner to try and get her to help. More than likely, Jimmy Carter came for Trina Lutner. Something doesn't feel right. It's a 5th and 6th in line that get here. Won't Daxton be in jeopardy? Sidney Tracy responds, This sound a bit sketchy, doesn't it? And Daxton's last in line? Greg Harding's text message pops up on the phone. in which as a result of it, Cindy Tracy receives a text message. Steve Hart receives the same text message. Parker House receives a text message as a result. Trent Clayton also receives the same text message as a result. And all four at the same time receive a secondary text message from Daxton Out Shepard. They all look at each other. Parker responds, "It's official. Guess we're going to watch Daxton referee at Revolving after all." Steve responds, popping his head back a little. "Free tickets? Daxton paid for these tickets for us, dude. We gotta go." Cindy turned her hair to Parker. "Dude, he probably needs to tell us something about it. He probably knows something. He probably can help. Let's go." All three males at the same time. "Definitely.